God, if something goes wrong. So listen, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Oh yeah, looking real fresh. I'm gonna make sure that we're good, nice and framed in the picture here. My name is Edwin Moles, nice and branded for PSUP Esports, and this.
I'm Chili, not as branded, just blue.
Not as branded. He's branded on the inside.
Definitely.
For PSUP Esports, but we're here right now with the Ryze Up 2012 tournament final Ryze bracket. I'll actually jump in here right now and show you. We are right in the Ryze bracket right here with we're with Team Spaghetti Cat versus Hot Cocoa right now, and we'll actually go and look at the client right now. Team Spaghetti Cat, we're in team selection. Team Spaghetti Cat on blue team right now. Our good friends Poktar, Polycat, and the like. On team 2 for purple is indeed Hot Cocoa. We were actually supposed to, by the way, I'll let them know that we were ready. We were supposed to be casting TKS versus Utterly Smooth right now, but unfortunately I never heard back from those teams, and I was not able to find them at this time because they were supposed to play at 8 p.m. EST. Can't find them. I want to cast you guys. I love you for watching this. I really missed casting your games, but unfortunately it's better to cast a game rather than cast nothing, so that's why we're here.
Definitely. And I think we should, even though picks are started, we should just point out how much both of these teams have already done to get here. Like how many wins?
It's
crazy.
Absurd. And actually we started with 256 teams. Actually, we'll take a quick diversion to show you. Each of these portraits is a bracket of 16, and we can actually follow, I think, because they were in the... Which bracket was Team Spaghetti Cat in?
They were in...
The Nunu bracket? No, that was Team KS.
No, it was... I can't remember. I think it was one of the ones on this side.
I was Master of the House. Regardless, they went through an entire bracket of 16 teams, and then they're starting into another bracket of 16 teams. So these are all teams that won an entire bracket by themselves. So it's incredibly stressful. It was a single elimination tournament as well. So they didn't even get a second chance.
Right.
And I'm just affirming to Mr. Gulliver that we did not, in fact, get a glitch. We've already started bans here, so we have not actually gotten a chance to cast Hot Cocoa before. They must be pretty good to have gotten as far as they have.
Definitely. I mean, first off, they won their bracket. Second off, they won the first round. And what have we got? 8 teams left, is that right?
Yeah, well, actually, we'll go ahead and say they've played 5 games so far. So they've played 5 rounds of a single elimination tournament without dropping a single game.
Against a different team each time.
And the 5th game was a best of 3, and they still won.
And it was against the winners of another bracket.
It's like
serious business.
This is guys. Okay, so and girls. Be girls watching, I know. Listen, we have banned champions right now, which should probably run down them. Team Spaghetti Cat has gone ahead and banned Anivia, Ramus, and Shaco. Still waiting in the 3rd ban right now from Hot Cocoa. They are Warwick and Morgana currently.
You know what I just realized?
What's up?
We can talk about bans and dicks because we're not streaming. Right?
That's right, yeah.
So we can just say whatever, we can reveal all the strategies.
We can even say, I know Poktar is actually going to pick Cassiopeia right now. He's going to pick Cassiopeia, and that Hot Cocoa should respond in kind. There's my background.
Yeah, that was a sweet background. But because of that, we can say these are pretty similar bans to what Spaghetti Cat's done.
And then you see, look, oscillating between Cassiopeia and Cassiopeia, I was absolutely correct.
I'm not seeing that, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's actually... No, it's Cassiopeia.
Those all look like support, except for Nasus and actually, I see.
But regardless, it's Jungle Cassiopeia. That's probably the most important thing to say. We will tell the other team right now that there is an Ignite. A Smite.
What are you even doing? Can we talk about the bands?
Can we talk about the bands? Sure.
They're junglers.
Hey, Sunlit. What's up, buddy? Unfortunately, no, we're not streaming right now. Unfortunately, my bandwidth at home is just not strong enough. By the way, this is the first day of spring break for Penn State. Oh, yeah, and many other countries around the university. Many of the universities around the country are having spring break right now. So I know you guys are having a good time. To celebrate that, of course, we have our first cast of spring break. It's going to be awesome. That's the wrong button. But let's talk about these bands, because we've said that like 6 times.
I keep trying to. You keep talking about spring break.
All right, go ahead, Shelly. What do we got banned right here?
I'm just interested in that the bans from Team Spaghetti Cat have been fairly standard. They seem to have their people who they don't want. And Ramus, Shaco, I'm not sure about Anivia. That might be a hate ban, but Ramus and Shaco, I think we've had like every time. Strong jugglers, strong ganks especially. And we know Team Spaghetti Cat really likes to win the early game and push it into the victory. Like, they like to win
Snowball.
fast.
Big snowball team, yep.
So it's the strong gankers makes sense.
Meanwhile, it looks like look at the bans for Hot Cocoa. They're so in line. We got Warwick and Skarner, two big suppression targeting bans, and Morgana who can lock an entire team down. So they're really afraid of teamfight and CC as well as picks.
Yeah, I think that's sensible. I don't know if they've watched any of the previous games, but CC has always been a big part of Spaghetti Cat's early game.
It is interesting because while we've been following Team Spaghetti Cat, that at the same time kind of gives other teams the opportunity to watch their games and see how they play if they'd like to.
I mean, I'm in favor of people watching these games and our casts.
I'm in favor of... well, yeah, we don't really... It doesn't affect us.
We're not playing.
Yeah, so we can't lose the cast. Or can we?
We can.
We're not going to lose this cast because I have delicious water.
I don't.
You can go get some.
I might do that
All right.
when we start. But I gotta say, just the fact that there's a misfortune on the other team.
Named Eyeblow.
Well, ignore that. But the fact is, I love Misfortune. Probably one of my favorite champions. I'm really excited to see them, though Chris's Serial on his standby Ezreal has been really powerful.
His standby.
With his AD carry bot.
So basically, we're done with the bans at this point. We just have strong junglers and strong AP mids. Other than that, no real bans.
They're trolling us with the summoner spells, and we're not even streaming.
That's
just for us.
That's you guys are just so nice to us. I do want to run by the names though. Of course, I want to always use players' names when we're in game, and I don't want to be caught off guard when we do finally get into the game. So right now we have Pure Ram, Eyeblow, Strig.
Strig 1. Not 2.
Opposite of good. We're just gonna.
That's my favorite.
We're just gonna call him bad. Ha!
No,
Alright.
I'm not calling him opposite of good. That's great. Also, he's playing Lee Sin. This is my entire lineup of champions that this team is playing.
Chili happens to enjoy these champions very much. We have the opposite of good, and don't want to forget Praetor Pan.
That's a good name.
I like to call him Double P, maybe. He's the PPs? He's the PP. Oh, hey, it's off. Come on in. So we have
how did he do that?
All my favorite people right here. You can see him getting into the
What's up, everybody?
Hey, is there too much crap on my bed?
There's actually space.
All right, great.
Sneak in back here.
It's it's a regular man party in here.
Oh baby.
This is regular.
We're gonna go
regularly what happens.
We're gonna go back to the screen, so we don't have to look at that anymore.
Look at the disgusting
man
face.
All right, listen. Let's talk a little about team comp here. We have the time. We also have the 3 minutes before we get into the game. But of course, I find myself even with all that time still running over. We have Polycat on his pretty standard Amumu. He's been playing Amumu quite a bit.
Quite well too.
Yeah, this tournament he's gotten some amazing snares. Mr. Gulliver on Ari, which is definitely not something we have.
Yeah, that new? That's new.
No, that's not new. Mr. Gulliver's played Oliver before.
Right?
Yeah, I was going to say it's not uncommon for him to do that. And J-Light on the Gangplank top, we've seen him play that before, although I'm so happy with his Tryndamere. I love watching him play Tryndamere. I'm a little sad that that's not going to happen, but I like the fact that they have a little bit more AoE presence in this particular game. Meanwhile, for Hot Cocoa, we have pickup on Sona, Misfortune, Kennen, and then Misfortune Kennen have some nice AoE lockdown, and then you have these kind of really, really mobile, sticky characters like Lee Sin and Shyvana who can easily jump on top of somebody
and probably build tanky
and stay on them, building tanky DPS, or at the same time they can also peel for their teammates.
I think that's more likely, especially with an AoE comp.
Well, you're probably going to see actually one of them peeling while the other one sticks to them. It's more likely that Shyvana will be the one diving into the team, going for Chris's Serial on Ezreal, going for Paktar or Mr. Gulliver. Whereas opposite of good's gonna be sticking near Eyeblow and kicking away people, locking them down with the Tempest, which can significantly reduce the attack speed of the nearby champions.
But as the champions, let's say the champions that they really want to kill on Team Spaghetti Cat, probably we would say most likely Ezreal and Ari.
Absolutely, and probably even to bias that even further, more likely Ezreal than Ari, because Ari can get fairly tanky and also has so many escapes.
Exactly, but that's what I'm trying to say. Both of those characters have at least 2 escapes. Ari's got like 6, but
she probably has 12.
Ez has 2, so he's gonna be hard to lock down. I mean, if Lee Sin opposite of good can get the resonating strike and then wait for the flash or whatever the teleport is, I always forget. Arcane Shift.
Shift, yeah.
And then go in, maybe, but. It's just interesting how well they're going to be able to stay out of the fight if they don't want to be in it.
Let me make this, let me make this clear, because I think here's actually a pretty illuminating idea about the game. There's something to look at right now, so just look at us instead.
The delay.
The spectation delay. it's as much about what they can do as it is about the other team preventing them from doing all the things that they have. Sure, Ezreal and Ahri have all these tools, but it's as much your job to work around those tools as it is to prevent them using them. So Ezreal has Arcane Shift. However, Sona has Crescendo, and it should be as much their job to just kill him before he can Arcane Shift. Kill Ahri before she can start using her ultimate. That's kind of an idea in League of Legends. You can either play around what the other team has at their disposal, or you can prevent them from doing it. And I think right now Hot Cocoa is more set up to do that kind of prevention. They're more set up to find Ezreal, kill him before he can do anything, rather than trying to play around the fact that he has Arcane Shift and Flash. Oh, wrong button again.
Fair enough. I guess it's probably because Paktar picked first, but if we see we will see a second game, but if sorry, what's purple team?
Hot Cocoa.
Hot Cocoa tries to run an AoE comp again. I wouldn't be surprised to see Janna pick, just simply because, especially for Kennen, that's so obnoxious. If he goes in, ults, and then immediately is thrown back out.
Yeah, it can be obnoxious for MF as well, because MF's AoE is not only AoE, it's also channeled. So if she's even touched, she'll get interrupted.
Right. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see that changing around with the second one.
Yeah.
But since they first picked, they couldn't really counterpick the support.
And we should also bring up, this is the Ryze Up 2012 tournament. If you don't know about it, go to lawreport.com. You can check it out there. There are very cool people there. We're actually in spectation mode right now with Insomnium, who is the guy who set up the tournament. Shout out to you. You're super cool.
Props.
Super props. But this is a tournament which was specifically for teams at the time of registration. They were below a threshold of ELO. So it's actually designed for people that have had less experience with competitive play. Which means that some of these picks for these teams have as much to do with the fact that they just are good with those characters than it does the team composition. Sometimes people, and I know everyone's experienced this when you're leveling up, when you're getting to know characters, you want to play Kennen because you're good at Kennen, you know? And that could be as much of the reason for the picks for Hot Cocoa or Team Spaghetti Cat as it is the team composition. And now, since you are here, we are going to make use of you, because both Chili and I could use some water.
I knew it. Just about to ask. Oh, you guys need some water?
That would be great. Now, actually, Chili doesn't even have a cup, so if you want to help him out there.
Shit. Yeah, I'll go bring up some shit from downstairs. Cheers.
No shit, please. Just water.
Here we go. We're going in.
We're into the game.
We're almost in.
Ulf is out of the room, and here we are going right now.
Let's talk about it. Oh, look, she's even got the secret agent skin.
Oh my god. Eye blow is after your heart. I can't say that with a straight face. Eye blow knows what Chili likes.
One, number one.
Oh yeah. Thank you, waiter. I would like to point out Summoner Dispels real quick. We have the standard flash heal on Eye Blow for Misfortune. We actually have Paktar picking up the heal this time instead of Chris's Cereal. Chris's Cereal opting instead to get an Ignite, which actually puts 3 Ignites on Team Spaghetti Cat. Not as much utility, but wow, like, that can do so much damage.
Early game damage.
Oh yeah.
That's what we've seen every game.
And all game damage, just considering the Sona.
Sure. But early game is what they're looking for, I think.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Praetor Pan with the Ignite, Streak with the Ignite, opposite of good, of course, with the Smite, but Pure Ram picking up Exhaust, which I actually really approve of. I love a support carrying Exhaust. First of all, Exhaust is like so insanely good at really negating damage by enemy AD carries. So since you're in bottom lane, it's great to have the Exhaust down there. But the Ignite, of course, can help you get some early kills. So right now we're in the game, and I'm, oh man.
No CVs, right?
So happy. Actually, I noticed it's standard now for spectator mode to be further pulled away from the screen, because we're actually zoomed out. We used to be able to do that in replay mode, and maybe it's just me imagining it, but I love this. Look how much screen we have. This is like a screen and a half worth of what you normally get when actually playing the game, which really allows us to see what's going on. Actually, Paktar already coming out with a ward and laying it down to the red. Looks like they want to guard the blue, Team Spaghetti Cat that is, while also making sure that the red isn't stolen. On the other hand, though, Elisa in jungle, you're probably going to be starting at red, and my mouse is not actually in the game. Oh, we're actually... It's the right side of my screen, because I am running 2 monitors, is actually not allowing me to scroll to the right. That's a big deal, because I can always click on the screen. But since we have the time right now, I'm going to check out the video right now. Make sure we're on board with us. Indeed, we are. And I don't know why that's happening, but I'll just have to use the mini-map. No big deal.
I quite like using the map anyway.
Yep.
You can easily get to where you need to, where the action is. So, Lee Sin, perhaps level 2 gank, since we're looking at a red right away. I think that's probably one of the stronger level 2 ganks, whereas we obviously Amumu starting at Wolves Blue, is that right? Oh yeah, we should point out that this time I don't have my own screen, So I'm going to be looking at the same thing Edwin Moles is, so we'll probably have little...
Items are... Yeah, we might not be talking about the exact same things at the same time. Our map awareness is a little bit hindered. And a really great leash for Polycat and those wolves there. Meanwhile, Lee Sin just starting red rather than grabbing wraiths earlier or anything like that. The biggest difference in items right now would actually be right now on a Mumu having that regrowth pendant, whereas Lee Sin having the boots, actually. Boots 3 pots as a jungle is a really aggressive start.
Yeah.
Makes for very powerful ganks. Polycat going ahead and pick up that blue. Decent leash by Kennen and Shyvana.
I don't know. Actually, Shyvana wasn't there for the leash. And Kennen was, but he only did one Shuriken and Ghana. I mean, Lee Sin can probably take it, but look, he didn't have to take that much damage.
He really didn't have to. Meanwhile, Polycat with the regrowth pendant at full health, he hasn't even used his first pot yet, and he's already got the blue buff. A really nice accelerated start for Amumu, who normally has kind of a slower jungle, so that's really strong. Both wards going down on the aggressive bushes for each team in bottom lane. And yeah, things are off to a nice start. Mr. Gulliver and Strig should be an interesting lane. I always am interested to see Kennen against mana using lanes.
It's a skill shot based lane.
It's a very skill shot based lane, but also Kennen can just wear down opponents if he can make them use their mana early.
Can you check out Lee Sin's health for me?
Absolutely. Lee Sin is actually less than 2 bars right now.
That's not going to be... I mean, he'll probably get a little bit farther up, but that's
not
going
level.
to be a little weak.
Well, it's definitely not level 2. Gank actually, J-Light moving on a Praetor Pan right now. Both Ignites used. Both players getting very low. Praetor Pan flashing out, but then Ignite picks it up. And J-Light is at like very low health. He just leveled up, so we got a little bit more. We have a purple ping right now. This is Praetor Pan's way of telling everyone, look what I almost did. He got him so low, and actually opposite of Good's coming up now. If he sticks around, this could potentially have a kill. He does have the red buff. J-Light has popped a pot, indicating that rather than backing, he wants to stay around. Otherwise, it would be, not really worthwhile to use a pot. He actually should back and spend that gold. Chili, this is not good.
I give advantage to Lee Sin if he hits the resonating strike. Otherwise, I'm not sure. I mean, the red buff is going to be good.
J-Light's out of mana, and he doesn't have the buff.
You're right.
No, he needs to get out now. Actually, after oh, there's the
he got
resonating
it.
strike. J-Light's taking a lot of damage. He flashes up. Opposite of Good flashes back in, and he's going to eat some oranges in its K.
Just got enough mana for the oranges.
Also making way too much noise. Chris's Serial, meanwhile, laying down some harassment and eye blow. Actually, Chris's Serial very low. Misfortune not seen too often in competitive play, but man, sometimes in lane, her burst is unparalleled. She can do unmitigated amounts of damage to her opponent and really, really lay on the harass, especially with that Sona backup. But Sona actually is already out of mana, and Poktar is sitting very nicely with that Fairy Charm. So Chris's Serial is going to be receiving a lot more healing benefit than Ivlo will be.
I'm going to give props to Ivlo for managing to do so much to Ezreal early on, though. He really likes to harass until he can kill. In this case, they seem to be rather even.
Think about, actually, this is a really great case study, because Ezreal is such a skill shot-based champion, and staying behind allied creeps can be really advantageous for the enemy, whereas Misfortune's kind of the exact opposite with her... What's going on?
Yeah, Mumu by mid. He just took enemy wraiths.
He did. He's running around with double buffs now. He actually is not backed. He still has the regrowth pendant. Could probably go back and get that Philosopher's Stone now. I was gonna say, meanwhile, that is not so for Misfortune, who can do lots of damage, regardless of whether or not the enemy is behind allied creeps or not.
Is Lee Sin gonna take this blue?
It's potential. Lee Sin has had a chance to back. He's picked up the cloth armor. He really doesn't need it, but neither does Kennen.
Yeah,
so.
but I would. It's true that neither of them need it, but I think Kennen could do more than Lee Sin.
Not necessarily. Lee Sin's start, as you said earlier, was pretty low. I think it was a smart idea that he picked it up, even just for the experience. But Polycat, oh, the charm is so close. But Strig manages to get away. Go away, Skype. We don't need you. And Poktar taking a little bit of harass. We do have some friends right now on Skype. They're getting kind of like the radio broadcast of what's going on. They actually can't see the stream, of course, because we are not streaming, but they're getting to hear us talk about the game. It's pretty funny. Opposite of Good hanging around in mid right now. His red has run out. Mr. Gulliver pretty low on mana, though.
Neither of them have their ult yet.
Yeah, popping his healing potion. Looks like some health potions being used on both sides, but actually, let's check out the farm real quick. See if there's any significant difference. Right now, Ezreal's leading Ivlo right now, so Chris is here doing a good job in bot lane. And right now, Kennen actually falling a little bit behind Ari, interestingly. Gangplank has gone down. Both wards in the river for blue and purple team, Hot Cocoa and Team Spaghetti Cat.
And in retaliation for his raids being stolen, it appears Lee Sin taking Spaghetti Cat raids.
Yeah, my raids are gone. I'll just take yours. And actually, with perfect timing, because Polycat's going to walk in here right now and be like, oh, damn. Oh, he got me good. He's got the Fallout Stone and the boots already. Real strong start. A couple of wards, including a pink. Quite a nice start for Jungle Amumu. Actually, Psychotic is asking for a stream link right now, and unfortunately, we are not streaming. But, and since I might as well put this on the recording anyway, but actually, it's on the recording, you already know where it is. Hey, big surprise, that's where you guys already are. J-Light taking some damage, Predator Pan taking some damage. Predator Pan's coming back into the lane with Ninja Tabi, very strong start. Actually, J-Light going directly for that Wriggles. He's already got 2 pieces of the Madred's Razor. And Amumu going to the blue right now, probably going to be handing that off to Mr. Gulliver, especially considering that he already has the Flylow Stone. And J-Light going and farming at the tower right now. Chris is actually, Team Spaghetti Cat going ahead and staggering their backs and bottom lane, which can be really weird. Normally, you don't want to ever leave somebody in a 1v2 situation, but Chris Serial, of course, doing a pretty good job. He can always last hit using skill shots. Ezreal is not too easily shut out in a 1v2 situation. Now, Mr. Gulliver coming back in the lane with blue, but Predator Pan is now pinging top. Lee Sin is in lane. He's got the advanced ward placement. J-Light doesn't have a ward there. Advanced ward placement, advanced gang placement. Whatever. He's in the brush.
This will be a pretty high pressure Q from Lee Sin.
Yeah, he really needs to hit it to make anything happen. In fact, the fact that he's just staying here and not even fake backing indicates that he really needs to make this count. He goes in for with the W first, and there's the ult by J-Light, but he gets really low, and Opposite of Good actually picks up the kill.
Actually, that was really good from Lee Sin. It's always stronger if you can manage to slow them and then hit them with a resonating strike.
Absolutely.
So smart move. And it looked like his waiting paid off.
Look at Mr. Gulliver coming in. He misses the charm. There are no creeps at the tower, but Iblo's getting really low. He goes ahead and dashes in the Ezreal, slightly misses. There's the Make It Rain, but Iblo will go down. Pure Ram still in the tower, doing pretty fine. And now we have Strig is going to head and follow him down. It's not too bad. They have. Oh, but they still want to get the kill. Oops, excuse me. Not being able to scroll to the right is a little bit annoying. Chris' Hero is very low. I'm going to go ahead and back off. Mr. Gulliver seems to want to get the kill on Pure Ram, or he wants to farm. There's the charm, though, but here it comes Strig. He actually could get a great catch right now. Gets the stun off. He has the Q. There's the W. He flashes in for the ult. Mr. Gulliver takes the stun. Oh. The Ignite goes off. Pogtar's probably going to fall. And here's Opposite of Good to lend some hand. Pogtar's running up in the lane. Mr. Gulliver's going to get away just fine, but there goes down to Strig's Q.
What a selfless support play from
Absolutely.
Pogtar there. Knowing that he was going to die, flashed in, used heal, both summoner spells to save the AP carry, who he knew would be more important.
Absolutely. Also, the AP carry is carrying blue right now. He's carrying their child.
Still, good move.
Not the same thing, but
sometimes you got to realize that you dying is the best thing that could happen if you're going to save out your team.
And now I want to point out one of the things that has been relentlessly obvious in every single game of Team Spaghetti Cat we've seen so far. There's the flashing edge ult by Polycat, with the flash out by Lee Sin, and they need to follow him on the screen. There's the.
And a great bandage toss from Polycat to finish him off.
Props to Polycat for that. Very aggressive, well-timed gank. If that ult had missed, it would have been a huge misplay by Polycat.
It really was almost a miss.
Yep.
That was barely there.
Barely there, but very well played. I would like to point out something that's always been obvious in every game they've played. It's only 3-2, but look at this gold advantage. In fact, when it was 2v2 earlier, or 2-2 earlier in terms of kills, they were up 1,000 gold already. That's Team Spaghetti Cat showing off their ability to farm in lane, and that shows so much in the CS. Ezreal is above of Chris Serial beating Iblo right now, but a whole 30 creeps. That's like 600 gold. Meanwhile, Mr. Gulliver on Ahri is ahead of Kennen by 15 creeps as well. So just the CS is so strong from this team and really lets them get ahead in the early game, regardless of what the kills end up being. We do have Pogtar moving up right now. Actually, aggressive ward on Hot Cocoa's blue. He's going to lay that one down. They have an idea that probably happened. They do have both Tri-Brush and River Gangbrush warded for blue. Jedi's actually doing some damage up on Praetor Pan up here.
Both teams actually really doing a good job with those early wards.
Look at bottom. I mean, God, Hot Cocoa's got the entire thing warded for bot.
They're not going to be surprised.
No, not at all. Which is, a good idea considering that Mr. Gulliver came in.
Wards, I mean, I'm sure they do stop being useful once you have a certain number, but most people never reach that number. It's very helpful to
Yeah, well, they scale off when you get overlapping vision, but yeah. Lee Sin going to the blue, going to definitely be giving that, or I'm definitely be taking that, I guess. Actually, Mr. Gulliver coming down, and again, he recognizes immediately the cannon's pushed up to his tower. He wants to get the blue. Actually, the ward's going to pay off completely. His ult is up. He goes in. He does not manage to get Opposite of Good. Does eat it, but he goes down to the flash and Q.
He's going to get it in the end.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Kennon's coming around, and So is Misfortune and
Mr. Gulliver's flash and ult are down. There's the Q.
Oh, that was a good Q.
But Strig doesn't want to go in.
No.
There's Polycat from behind.
The whole team suddenly figured out
It's
that
a
they could be
4v3.
here. Oh,
Chris's Hero goes in. Oh my god, Polycat with the excessively awesome bandage. And Chris's Hero even managing to get off a really nice ult during Sona's ult. Did he keep channeling that even though he was dancing?
I'm not really. I've actually seen similar things like that before with Edgar. I'm not quite sure how his ult works, but I've seen there were parts where I thought it should have stopped and it keeps going. But I to be honest, I didn't quite see the timing on that, so it could have just been he got it.
Interesting. Iblo trying to move up here doesn't really have
Dangerous.
any. Yeah. Chris's Hero has that red buff now.
Exactly. If he can get the E and then an auto attack. But it looks like he can't, but it's still dangerous.
Yeah, meanwhile, top's going back and forth. I just want to take a real quick check and see whether or not either of them are building GP10 or have a big difference in farm. No, actually, they're really even top, so that's just kind of a static lane. Both J-Light and Prater Pan doing a great job of just doing what they can. Mr. Gulliver actually going to get ganked here in mid right now. So he flashes away from the Q, but Strig gets the charm, doing quite a bit of damage. And a little hesitation. Strig doesn't want to go in. Opposite of Goods here. He wants to go in, but now we have Polycat, and the kick is already off, and Mr. Gulliver is actually not even close to dying there. Strig goes down to some great coordination, but Opposite of Good wants to get that kill so bad. The Ignite has brought Mr. Gulliver down to 0. Polycat's really low on mana.
I thought Mr. Gulliver had buffs.
He did, but he died to the Ignite from Strig.
Right.
Oh,
good
shoot,
ult.
Prater Pan coming into mid. Now, Polycat, see, that was really greedy. First of all, an Amumu versus a Lee Sin early in the game. What are you going to do against the Lee Sin? First of all, he's energy and you're out of mana. So, Polycat kind of getting really over-aggressive.
I mean, I think he still would have won that if they hadn't had the Shyvana come, but he probably should have known.
But he would have won it so close.
He wouldn't have fought that, or at least he wouldn't have fought that if he knew.
Yeah,
he was
look at this dive bottom. Chris's here is really low. Eyeball might be able to get the kill, but nope. Pure Ram's going off, and the ult doesn't unfortunately hit Misfortune.
Did he do Pakura's use heal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. No, he just used it there.
Alright, but now we have Kennen and Lee Sin
Uh-oh.
good and Strig coming down.
He flashes, he's out for Chris's Hero. He can flash away from the Q, but he actually lets it hit before he flashes.
No, that was Arcane Shift. And then he flashed.
Oh, yep.
But it looks like they'll
Paktar giving them runaround.
Once again, dying for what he considers to be a more valuable
Dying
player.
for the cause. I think Team Spidercat getting a little bit too confident right now. Actually, yeah, wow. J-Light dying to a...
Oh, look at that. I knew it. As soon as you see him on that tower, you're like, oh, it was a tower dive gone wrong. And it was. Look at how close that is. Oh, my goodness.
Prater Pan going really
This is
aggressive. Doesn't want to die.
Maybe a little too ballsy.
Those minigolems out actually be within the time limit to give the kill to J-Light, too.
Luckily decided not to.
Yeah, good reason.
But that just went losing a little bit of an advantage. I mean, still gold advantage, obviously, but
well, yeah, I was going to point out,
kills
despite all of those mistakes, despite Polycat getting over-aggressive against Lee Sin, and the dive gone wrong in bottom lane and in top lane, they're still ahead by a whole 3k gold just because of this farming. Ezreal is right now the only character, Prater Pan, just hitting 100 with him to have over 100 CS. And you can see that reflected in his items. He's got 3 Dorians in the BF, most likely going to either, probably an Infinity Edge first, considering he does have the Soraka in lane. Doesn't really need the Bloodthirster. Oh, the flashing Mr. Gulliver actually using his ult. He might not get stunned, but shit!
I'm assuming that most people saw it exactly how we did, which was flash behind to kick towards Kennen, and then an immediate ult, whether it was planned or just that Mr. Gulliver wanted to ult then, we can't really tell, but managed just to get kicked to safety instead of into death.
I actually have the feeling, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to Mr. Gulliver there. I think that he waited a little bit further than the time required between his ults, so we actually anticipated that coming. Polycat, of course, they do have a ward there. Hot Cocoa doesn't know he's there, but I'm going to go ahead and say Mr. Gulliver's the boss.
We'll go with that. I mean, though we were talking about the farm and Spaghetti Cat in the lead, I gotta say that they need to start being more careful. There's several mistakes now we've had in a row.
Yeah. They did get the dragon, though, and that, of course, contributed to their gold lead significantly. Sure. Unfortunately, I didn't get the timer for that, so I will not be able to know when it's coming up next. Alright, moving up. Mr. Gulliver going to laying down the ward, going to try to steal some wraiths here, but Strig is very well aware of that. Charm and Q miss, but Prater Pan's going to go ahead and come down. Excuse me. And looks like he's looking to counter jungle a bit, something that was heavily popularized by M5 after the IM Kiev. Actually, just wants to go ahead and ward the blue, so this is happening on both teams right now. Polycat has the feeling that might be warded. Hot Cocoa will pink that. Oh, but the ult by Pure Ram going down. Chris's Hero is getting really low. He will take the time to ult, but he's almost definitely going to die. This is not good for Paktar. Pure Ram is really low. Paktar wants the kill.
Soraka and
the GP ult was really good, but Iblo's gonna take this, man. You can't fight the AD carry like that.
And especially MF with that heal reduction, Proctor not even gonna be able to sustain.
And he could have actually gotten away from that, so that's yet another mistake. But Mr. God was gonna get the kill on Strig. 1v2. Oh, I'm sorry, Polycat was there. Opposite of good getting low. The kick into the tower is great, but the ignite and Foxfire picking up the kill.
Double kill for Mr. God over there.
So wow, it's like flying all over the place right now.
Right. We didn't quite get to see that though, but I'm gonna assume that the Amumu gang was probably.
Oh, this is good. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh shoot. Tower did go down.
Yeah. Tower just went down and was able to take him out with the ult.
And J-Light actually dying as well to Praetor Pan again. That Shyvana is going to be a huge problem sitting right now with 3-1-1. Already have the Wriggles and Phage going to that frozen Mallet. Ooh, there's the Mullicat ult. This is beautiful. The heal just went off from Pure Ram, but Iblo's getting so low.
Definitely going to take Iblo.
They're going to just kill her and take the tower. Take the tower. Take the tower. Take the tower. Okay, don't take the tower. But
don't listen to us. It's fine.
It's okay. No problem. No problemo. 10-9 right now. So despite the despite some
this is a good game.
This is really good. Questionable plays. So basically, Hot Cocoa has been doing well to win in bot and top, but mid has just been going very well for Team Spaghetti Cat.
In fact, perhaps 5-1-3 exactly. And Will of the Ancients and Needlessly Large Rod. That's fast.
Yeah, it's very fast. And we're at what
and
right now? 17
strong.
Minutes, 18 minutes.
Yeah. This early. I mean, it's strong anywhere, but that's strong really early.
And Ari's going to be such a hard target for Hot Cocoa to lock down in fights. Oh, Poktar actually getting caught by opposite of good right now. The Q goes off, taking already half of his health worth of damage. Ezreal's coming down to help him out. Nobody's really else here. Poktar needs to stay alive. There's the heal. Chris Zero is going to need to do some serious damage. This is the ult on Omi.
That was good.
Actually, this is good, but Praetor Pan's coming in. They keep to not overextend right. Chris Zero's, whoa, getting blown up. Flashes out.
Is our ult down?
She doesn't have a rage right now. Or anger? Rage?
She's not furious.
Whatever. I should probably be looking. Actually, Polycat's a little bit out. Ooh, no, they're collapsing right now on Praetor Pan. Actually, if Polycat's ult is up, which it is, he can. No, it's not. It's actually down on the line. Mr. Garland with the double buffs. Pure Ram going ahead and already ulting. This is now an advantage both in 5v4 and in ults for Team Spaghetti Cat, despite.
Oh, looking for a catch here. Yep. Definitely.
The charm hits Iblo. The snare is good. Oh, opposite of good coming in as well, but nice flash over the wall by Iblo. Mr. Golub going to follow though. There's the red buff, and the kill's going to go off. Holy crap.
Question for you, Animals.
Hula hoop. Yes.
Have you seen MF Iblo C use their ult yet?
I haven't seen a use of Iblo. We may have missed it.
Maybe, but I feel like some of those fights, even if it's not a you know, I feel like Iblo is waiting for the perfect ult, and sometimes when you have a really good ult, that's not always the best thing.
Oh wow, this is not good. They just took Dragon. If they die even more, Hot Cocoa's trying to do so much to prevent falling too far behind, but they're really putting themselves in bad positions. Strig might get caught. His E just ran out. There's the
nice
great ult by Chris's Cornflakes. Getting that kill.
Sorry, I forget what I was exactly trying to say is like Amumu's ult is really, really strong in team fights, but that doesn't mean that you should always save it to catch 5 of them. I think one of the things that Polycat's done really well
is use it aggressively on single targets early in the game. You're totally right, and in fact, there's way too much stuff to talk about right now. Mr. Gulliver's getting real low. Strig will actually go down. Great play by Mr. Gulliver to at least get a
And now I have to eat my own words. That was a great ult from MF.
Oh yeah. Oh, actually, mistaking where the juke's going to go right there. The make it rain would have been great if J-Light had went around, but J-Light smartly decided to go straight instead.
And now we're even on kills again.
Even on kills, but still, 4.4 gold. Oh, Praetor Pan's going with the dive. He's actually going to be totally fine here. And by totally fine, I mean pretty ballsy. Oh, no, he takes another tower shot. Oh, wow. Tower shot.
So we see Ezreal and purchased Infinity Edge. We can now, thanks to this new update, get to see when someone purchases a really exciting item. So, what does MF have yet? Sorry, I have trouble seeing this webcam in the way.
Oh, yeah, there is a webcam in the way, but we actually don't need it right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and move that.
Alright, not quite. Looks like starting with Bloodthirster, but hasn't.
Not necessarily. Could just be getting... It's been very popular for AD carries to just get the Vamp Scepter and leave it as a Vamp Scepter in lane recently.
I didn't know that.
Oh, well, now we know. Probably still going to go for that IE, because IE is so stupidly good. It does more damage than Bloodthirster, hands down, unless you're super hard scaling. Not that MF isn't. Well, she's not that hard scaling. She's got the attack speed steroid from her W, so it's more beneficial to have that crit damage. Looks like they want Team Spaghetti Cat taking down mid tower right now, and this will actually put them in their second tower in the game versus only one for Hot Cocoa, so that's ahead in that respect.
probably doesn't hurt. They still have their gold advantage. I'm sure they want more.
And at 21 minutes, it's not really that bad of an idea to take that tower. It's not like they're really trying to prevent that much farm or zone or do any fancy things like that.
For all intents and purposes, the waiting phase is starting to die out.
Did you say intensive purposes?
Intents and purposes.
Okay, good. I was gonna have to reprimand you.
How many?
You're not. You're a full major.
Film and English majors.
Oh shit!
But that's beside the point. Let's look at Ari.
Oh, Pure Ram getting caught way out the snare. Actually, oh, I didn't like that. They could have staggered that for longer CC. But now, oh, they didn't pick up Pure Ram, but this is a great place for opposite good. There's a great ult actually. String could go down, and this is wow. The Spellband is so strong right now.
We're coming in one at a time.
Yep. Well, two at a time. It wasn't a bad idea for them to collapse and try to take advantage of that. And again, I will point out that the charm and snare at the same time is not really optimal. But wow, Polycat, the entire team instinctively knows right now they can Baron. They got two members of the team down, and they know that MF is bot. Exactly. Wow. And actually, Chris and Ciro are going to go ahead and ult that bot wave. MF actually scared. This just goes to show they don't even know they're Baron.
No.
If MF is backing off, they have no idea. And indeed, we can see there are no wards here for Hot Cocoa.
Vision ward for Team Spaghetti Cat, so they know they're safe. Even though, I mean, that was just a perfect example of when you should do Baron.
Split-second turnaround, and I have to say, Mr. Gulliver, the fact that they can make that play, the fact that they can go so deep with that, dive on a Pure Ram, and still get out, just is a testament to how far ahead Mr. Gulliver has put himself with that army. Like, that would not have been possible had he not been doing so well in lane and likewise.
And they killed it very fast, too. They have a lot of damage.
Yep. Yep, Burrs. Yep, indeed. You got the Baron buff now, and Hot Cocoa does know it. They have seen it. They know what they're up against, and the Baron did go down at about 2250, so something like that, or 2230, excuse me. So in about 7 minutes, we'll be seeing that pop back up again. But in the remaining 4 minutes, while it's up, we'll see what Team Spaghetti Cat.
Now, do you think they'll try and force a team fight? That's what I'm really interested to see.
I see no reason why not.
They've
taken
strong.
2 outer towers. They can take a free tower top. Basically, this is free. They can take this at any time, and it actually looks like they might choose to do that before they fight. However, they just did have a chance to back, so everyone is ready to go. They have to wait for Chris's cereal, and then they can totally... But here's the catch on eye blow. Oh, taking so much damage. Mr. Garber going super far in, and the proc on that third ult was just enough to kill it. The ult from Chris's cereal, unnecessary, but still badass.
I think probably he fired it before MF died.
Oh, totally. As an insurance policy, Polycat actually, he does...
Oh, look at those.
Have his ult right now. Ajayla has his ult, so they have the AoE spam right now. They can totally make this happen. Strange wants to go in. He goes in. He's got the stun. Does he have? Oh no, he's gonna go down to Polycat actually. And the wow, stuff going on. I'm not saying any of the smart things. Actually, Chris is here gonna die to the tower there.
But still, obviously, entirely worth it. I'm kind of surprised by that move. You were 1 down, and it was a 4v5.
So
and they have Baron.
The thing I was trying to say that I failed at miserably was no, it was not. It's not you. It was me. Is that Kennen went in for a ballsy move like that without having Zoni's Hourglass, and you can totally do that when you have Zoni's Hourglass. But you see, instead he's actually going for a Crystal Scepter early after Will of the Ancients, and I don't necessarily think that that's really helping him out right now.
MF has gotten caught, I think, a couple times now as well to start a fight. That's definitely not how you want the fight to begin, with a lot of AoE damage.
So we have some chat going off that I'm just going to let you read. I will not say anything about that. We have some pings right now by Hot Cocoa. They know that they've been going to pick up the blue, but it looks like Mr. Gulliver already succeeded in getting it. Yep, the blue refresh. Oh, no, we actually didn't get it. We picked up the blue for...
maybe it's not quite up
TKS.
Oh.
Not TKS.
No.
TSP. TSC.
Alright, with Deathcat now, Will the Ancients starting to work on Ryze. Gonna be tanky.
Tanky and damage dealing, absolutely. Actually, interestingly, avoiding a Rod of the Ages, which I think is pretty normal on a lot of Ari players.
I guess perhaps replacing it with the Will of the Ancients.
I think he's replacing it with blue. He's had blue so much he doesn't need the Rod of the Ages.
It's just
and that... Well, okay.
I don't know why.
I admit defeat. I
don't know why I felt the need to correct that, considering how many things I get wrong.
I slash surrender. You're correct in that regard. You got
me. Look at poor Chris's cereal and his lack of Baron.
And that's actually something that's always good. Basically, if you're ever in a position where you can ignore an item because that is somehow whatever you were missing or wanted to emphasize about your character or playstyle is satisfied by runes, masteries, or some kind of playstyle like getting those buffs all the time. By all means, skip it. If you don't need the mana, don't pay for it.
And we did see on Team CoCo they couldn't quite take as much advantage of the blue because Lee Sin, one of the best things about Lee Sin as a jungler is he can donate blue really fast. But sadly, they didn't have anyone who really needed it, so it just went to him.
And that's one of the reasons why we were so excited with the last game when they picked, what was it, Katarina, and it was a top and a mid that didn't use blue, and a Mumu who heavily needs blue as a jungle to make sure that Polycat always had that blue. But actually, we have a huge group up. Oh, this could swing in either way. Praetor Pain is ready to all over the wall. He does have the full rage. Mr. Gulliver wants the charm so bad you can tell it. J-Light's there, Chris Zero there, Proctor there, but they're waiting for a Mumu. Oh no, they're not quite waiting for a Mumu actually. Hot Cocoa's feeling really inconfident. They don't want to go in. They're letting themselves get picked off. Flash by Mr. Gulliver. This is the ult by Purean, but actually not hitting too many people. Straight going in for a pretty nice ult, getting a... Oh, actually Polycat might be taking no, but the ult's pretty good. Opposite of Good doing a great job trying as best as he can to tank for his team, but unfortunately they got ripped apart and split apart really hard. This is going to be GG. This is definitely going to be game one. This is a best of 3 in case you weren't aware. This will be game 1 going in favor of, oh wow. Look at that Chris Serial laying down some nice crits with that Infinity Edge and Zeal now. Mr. Gulliver blowing up that charm.
There's the GG.
There's the GG.
We'll be going into game 2.
Good manner all around. Yep, we're going into game 2. I will split the recording so it's not on one YouTube video. Mr. Gulliver taking some. Hawk goes down to the Nexus turret. Not the Nexus turret, the spawn turret.
That's game 1.
Even Polycat laying out some advice, feeling very confident, saying ban Mummy, not Wolf. Actually, see whether or not they choose to take that advice.
I'm trying to figure out if that's actually real advice for him. I mean, probably yes. I think his Amumu is great.
Well, we have no information. We haven't seen. Well, actually, oh wait, no. We have no information about him playing Warwick, so we'll have to see. But this was game 1 of Team Spaghetti Cat versus Hot Cocoa in the second round of the Ryze bracket, the very last bracket for Ryze Up 2012. That was right. I thought I said something wrong.
You were good.
I'm Edwin Moles. That's Chili. We'll see you in the game 2 in just a second.